What's going on, guys? Today we're doing a guitar lesson for Foo Fighters. The name of the song is For All the Cows. It's off their first record. First thing to do is to tune up. The guitar is in standard tuning, so I'm going to start with the low string. The first string, the sixth string, is an E. Okay, next is A. Okay, the next string is D. Alright, third string is G. Alright, second string B. And the high string is E. Okay, alright, so I'm going to play the song in its entirety. We'll be double tracking the guitar. It's going to be two guitars, one on the left, one on the right. The one you're going to hear is, this one is on the right side. So we're going to go ahead and play that, and I'll explain the riffs after that. Here we go. Okay, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The first chord, this is all in the key of E major. The first chord is going to be, it's going to be like a C. First note is going to be a C. It's the third fret on the A string, second fret on the D string, third frets on the G and B string. Okay, next chord, second fret on the A string, first fret on the D string, second fret on the G, and open string on the B. And I'll explain a little bit more on this second chord. There's a couple extra notes you're going to add. The next chord is an E major. That's the open E string, second fret on the A, second fret on the D, first fret on G, open B, and open E. Okay, so let me play that together, and I'll show you what I mean about the extra notes on the second chord. Okay, so the second chord, when you play that second chord, and actually I told you to play the open B string. I was wrong on that. It's just the A string, B, and G string you're going to play. But you add some extra notes in between. You're going to hit the D string, which is the first fret on D string, second fret on the A string. And then you're going to hit the open E string. So let me play that together slowly. To an E major. Okay, so that's pretty much all of the verse. The rhythm is going to be, I think it's a 3/4 time, which is kind of a waltzy, kind of a swing. You're going to play that C chord, down strum. Well, you're going to hit the C note by itself first, and then down strum the whole chord. And then you're going to hit the next chord, the 3 strings together, down strum. And then play these notes separately, and then play an E chord. When you play that E chord, it is a down strum, but it's not all together at once. You're not going to hit the chord all together like this. It's more of a strum, like a slow kind of strum. After you hit that first strum on the E chord, you're going to hit it again. And this time, when you hit it, it's just going to be maybe the top 4 strings down strum all together, and then pick upward. You can play an up strum pattern. That's on the E chord. Okay, for the chorus, pretty simple. It's gonna hit once you hit the E chord, going into the chorus, you're gonna let a little bit of distortion come out of that last E chord. Just let it ring. And then I do a slide from D sharp right here on the 6th fret on the A string. Just a quick slide. And then you're going to play the G chord here. It's a G power chord. 3rd fret on the E string, 5th fret on the A and the D. Next chord is the B power chord on the A string. It's the 2nd fret on the A, 4th fret on the D, and 4th fret on the G. Okay? Go back to the G. Okay, and then the next chord is it's an A, some sort of A major. Let's call it A chord. You're gonna play the 5th fret on the E string, 7th fret on the A, 5th on the D, 6th on the G. Let's see here, 8th on the B, and 5th on the high E string. It's like a bar chord. Okay, so take this position, take this pattern, move it all the way up to the 8th fret. That's the next chord. So what we have so far is next chord is just an E major chord. It's a power chord. What I do here is bar the 7th fret with my index finger, and then I bar the 9th fret starting on this D string right here and all the way down. Bar the 9th fret with my ring finger. I'm only playing the low E string, A string, D, G, and B. I am not playing that high E string. Okay, so the second guitar, I haven't recorded it yet, but it's going to be on the left side. the chord is going to be different than that E chord. It's going to be an E chord, but it's going to be a different type of E chord. I'm going to be playing the 7th fret on the A string, 6th fret on the D, 7th fret on the G, and 9th fret on the B. And that's really just to give it that extra, kind of extra flavor. Not really sure what he did in the recording, but it does have that tonal quality to it. So it's your choice. If you're playing just one guitar by yourself, you can either play this chord, or you can play this chord. Okay, let's talk about the rhythm for the chorus. For the first guitar chord, this G here, I'm mainly doing downstrum patterns. So I'm doing a strong downstrum pattern, weak upstrum pattern. When I do the upstrum pattern, it's just a mute. So what I'm doing here is I play that G chord, and then on the upstrum, I use my index finger across the 3rd fret very lightly to where there's really not any harmonics, and it's just a mute sound. It's just a deadened string sound. So let me try that slowly. It's not really working out for me. Let me try it again. When you play that chord, make sure you're focusing mainly on these 3 notes, and don't bar it before you play that chord. Okay. Let me do the next chord. Is a B. It's the B we talked about. You can see here with my middle finger, I am using that middle finger to mute the E string. Has a little bit of a harmonic, but you can't hear it when you play the B chord. When I play the rest of the B chord, it's just a quick down up strum pattern. And it goes back to the G. Okay, so let's go to the A chord. Same down up strum pattern. And the same with the C. Same with the E chord as well. So that's it for the song. The only other thing I can think of is there's a couple of fills I do. This fill right here during the verse. So if you have 2 guitar players, when you're playing this song, you can do that if you like. How I play that: 3rd fret on the low E string, 4th fret on the low E string, open E. Let that ring out if you can. Open D. 1st fret on the D, 2nd fret on the D. 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the G, and 4th on the G. We play it slowly. Okay guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you have any questions, go ahead and send me an email, or you can put it on my YouTube page or a comment page. Thanks for watching.